Are you looking for an appetizer to bring to a spring event or a graduation party? I have in this video 10 appetizers that are going to help with that. I have attended and hosted graduation parties, spring events, and I know which appetizers work really well, are easy to prepare, and get eaten first. So let's go ahead, get in the kitchen, and throughout the video, I'll share my hosting guide that references a 5-category appetizer formula that will be super helpful. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first category of my appetizer formula is the protein, and I am making these chicken taco cups. They're great for a graduation party where people are coming and going. So the first thing I do is heat up my ground meat. I am using ground chicken. You can also use ground beef, or you could use ground turkey. I'm going to add my original Taco Bell seasoning. You can use any taco seasoning. I'm going to use about 1/4 of the packet, and then 1 cup of chunky salsa, any brand, any style. And then I have a can of black beans that I've rinsed and drained. I'm using about half the can, so about 1 cup of black beans. I mix that all together, get that warmed through, and I'm going to take that off the heat. While that's kind of cooling down a little, I am going to prep my wontons. Now I'm using these wonton wrappers. I love the crispness of them. You could also use tortillas if you wanted to, but I really like these wonton wrappers. I put 1 in each of the muffin trays. I did spray the tray before I put these in, and I am now going to add a little dollop, just a teaspoon of some salsa con queso into each of those wontons. On top of the queso goes that ground meat mixture, and then I will top that with some shredded cheese. I just have a Fiesta blend. Any cheddar cheese that shredded is going to work here. And I'm going to do another layer. So I'm going to take another one of the wonton wrappers and I'm going to put that on top of everything, push those down a little bit, and then I'm going to add the ground meat mixture on top with a little bit more of that shredded cheese. Into the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes till the edges are brown and crisp. And I'm going to take them out, just let them cool for a little bit. I did sprinkle some green onions on top to give it a little color and flavor. And I really like this. It's such a great thing. The theme of some graduation parties are usually taco theme. It's a very easy theme to find food for, decor for. And this is definitely a great handheld option for your party where people are coming and going. It was so delicious, so tasty. I think this will help add a great protein to any party you have. Another one of my go-to favorite proteins when I'm hosting or taking to a party is meatballs. They are crowd favorites and usually the first thing everybody goes to and comes back to. These meatballs couldn't be any easier. It's just 3 ingredients and that's including the meatballs. I start with the sauce, and for this I'm going to be using a barbecue sauce, any flavor, any brand, and I'm going to be using this blueberry jam. I was gifted this. It was made locally, but you can use any blueberry jam or jelly or preserve, and usually you use grape jelly, but this blueberry is going to add a little more elevation and a little bit different flavor profile, but it's going to enhance with the meatballs so well. I mix it with the barbecue sauce and then I add my frozen meatballs. This is a large bag of beef meatballs. I got them from Aldi. There's about 96 in the bag and I use about 3/4 of the bag. You can use any style of meatball. Beef goes really well with the blueberry barbecue sauce, but any meatball is going to work here. I stir it all up, getting all that sauce on top, and here we are at the party. I just let it sit on this end of the table, staying nice and warm, making sure everything's heated through, and continuously throughout the party I just stir it every once in a while. But this was such a great addition to our graduation party spread. The next category of appetizers I like to serve is a hearty bite. What I have here are Caprese skewers, and what makes something so easy and pulls the theme together are themed toothpicks. For this graduation appetizer, I'm using these toothpicks that have these graduation caps on the top, and this is so easy to put together. It's just 3 ingredients, 4 if you include the balsamic glaze, and I start with my mozzarella ball on the bottom, fresh mozzarella balls, a fresh piece of basil, and a cherry tomato. I just stack those, put them on my skewer, and that's all there is to it. I go ahead and assemble all of these, and I was just challenged trying to figure out what way to serve them. So I'm asking you if you could put in the comments, which way would you go with this? I started by putting them all out on my serving platter because it's easier to drizzle that balsamic glaze on top. But then I also was gifted this wonderful block that is perfect for these skewers, and it just makes a better presentation. But yet I wasn't sure how to drizzle the glaze on top, so I put the glaze to the side for those. But if you were doing this, how would you present it and what would you do with the balsamic glaze? Either way, these are simple to put together. These are showstopper with their pops of color, and the theme toothpicks really pull it together. If you want to know where I got them, I'll leave a link to those in the description. But this is what I love doing. I love how it turned out, as did all our guests at our graduation party. One of the easiest things to bring to an event is a salad, but instead of just serving my salad in a bowl, I'm going to serve them in these cheese crisps. Now, the way I do this is I'm going to heat the cheese, but I experimented. I tried with 4 different cheeses to see which one worked best. I started with mozzarella. I also used Provel, Emos Provel, and these were both straight out of the bag. They were shredded already. And then I also used Parmesan cheese and white cheddar cheese that I shredded myself. I put those on a baking sheet with some parchment paper, put it in the oven 375 degrees for only about 5 minutes till the edges got browned, and then I took them out and let it cool for only a minute so they're still pliable but not burning my fingers, and I put them on muffin tins, on the muffin cups that were upside down. That way I could mold them into little baskets. Surprisingly, the cheese that worked the best was the white cheddar cheese. It just made the perfect little basket with its webbing. The Parmesan cheese got cooled too fast and it wouldn't mold right. And the other cheeses were just too greasy and didn't make a good basket. So I think the cheddar cheese is the way to go. While those are cooling, I'm gonna make my salad super simple. I just got a bagged kit. This is a family size Caesar salad kit. I used all the ingredients, just put it all together. I did take the croutons and smash them up a little bit just to make them smaller, and I also cut my salad after it was all mixed up with the dressing and with all the ingredients. I did go ahead and take some scissors and just make the salad pieces smaller. That way everything was a little more bite-sized, a little bit more of a nibble size because I'm putting them in the cups. And I just filled each of the little cheese cups and then I garnished it. Instead of using the shredded cheese from the kit, I just used those little cheese crisps I had warmed up and I just sprinkled those on top. And I did sprinkle on the pepper packet. That's gonna give it flavor and good color, just to put on top a nice garnish. This is a great way to turn an ordinary salad kit into something special and make it elevated. You can serve it on a tray like this or even give it height with a 2-tiered tray. And this is going to be something you can bring to the party or have it when you're hosting at home. Now this next appetizer category, I like to have at every party, and that is a good dip. What I'm making here is a curry chicken salad dip. Starting with 1 block of softened cream cheese, 8 ounces, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, a teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna mix that all together. I have the chicken from a rotisserie chicken, took it all off the bones. I'm going to just chop it. I just want it to be smaller pieces, so every little bit of dip is going to have a little bit of chicken. We're also gonna add 8 ounces of crushed pineapple. This can is about 20 ounces, so I'm just gonna do 1/3 of it. And then 1/2 cup of dried cranberries. I have a cheesecake pan here where the sides are removable, so I'll put the chicken on here so it'll form like a nice cake mold. And we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight so it has a time to chill and get a little harder. And this is also where it's a great make ahead salad. It is so easy. You could bring the whole springform pan dish with you, bring the serving tray, and then just release it at the party. You just want to put some pistachios or some kind of pecan, some kind of nut around and sprinkle some on top for presentation. And then just a garnish with a lemon or an orange wedge. And this is served with some wheat thins. It is really, really delicious. The curry is that key ingredient that's going to keep them coming back, and this is what's going to make it a crowd favorite. This next appetizer is another easy one to put together. 4 ingredients to make this delicious Fiesta Dip. I start with 16 ounces, 1 whole container of sour cream, add that to my bowl, and then I'm going to add to it 1 can, 10 ounces of Rotel. I use the mild version. If you want more heat, you can go with medium. And then 1 cup of shredded cheese. This is the Fiesta blend mix of cheese, but you can use any cheddar cheese. And then to it, I'm going to add ranch dip mix. This is the Fiesta style. It has a little kick to it. I only do 3/4 of the packet, so do a little at a time to taste because it does have a strong flavor. Mix everything together, and once thoroughly mixed, I'm going to put it in the fridge for at least an hour. You can do this ahead of time, the day before. That way, all you have to do is take it out, put it in your serving dish right before the party. And then for a garnish, I'm just going to sprinkle on a little bit of the cheddar cheese, a little bit of lettuce, crisp lettuce, and then some tomatoes that I've chopped. That's going to give it some color, and it's also going to just help people know what kind of dip it is, and I think it's really good. That's a tip if you're ever making a dip. Put to the side some of the ingredients and leave those to put on the top. Everything is pulled together. It just pops with its colors. I serve this for a low carb option. I made some tortillas in the air fryer. I had these mini taco tortillas and I just brushed them with oil, put them in the air fryer for a few minutes, and now I'm cutting them with my scissors to make triangles. And those are going to be my chips, a good low carb option. You can also serve this with vegetables like celery for a good crisp crunch. And this is just a great appetizer that is easy to pull together. So if you find yourself last minute needing a dip or something easy to bring, this is a great one. It's also great for those grab parties that are again taco themed or burrito bar. This is a great Fiesta dip that'll match that theme. But if you want something that's even less ingredients and is even more simple, how about this 2-ingredient fresh bite with some cantaloupe melon and some prosciutto. The saltiness and the sweetness, perfect combo, and it's so easy to pull together. Even easier if you find the melon already cut up, but it's real easy to just go ahead and prep your cantaloupe the night before, cut it all up, have it in cubes, pat it dry, and then wrap the prosciutto around each of those pieces of melon. You can use those toothpicks, the little graduation caps, or any other fancy toothpick to pull your whole theme together. Super simple, and it's gonna be a nice fresh bite. Next, I'm making my #1 requested appetizer, my #1 fresh filler, and the one thing I would bring if I couldn't think of anything else, and that is my homemade guacamole. The ingredients are simple: avocados, fresh limes, tomatoes. I like Roma tomatoes. I like their flesh the best, and they're easy to prepare, and they're also the cheapest. I also like red onion over white. I like minced garlic over fresh in the jar, yes, in the jar, and fresh cilantro. And of course, salt. I use kosher salt, and that's it. Those are all of the ingredients I use. Now, I like to chop things up super finely. I think that's what makes this recipe so delicious is one, I make things really, really itty bitty so you get the flavor, but you don't get like bitterness from the garlic and you don't get bitterness from the red onion. Everything is fresh, but small enough. In every bite, you get all that great flavor. Another reason why I think everybody loves this dish when I make it is because it has the fresh ingredients. A lot of times when you go to the supermarket and buy this, it has to have a lot of acid and preservatives to keep the avocados from going brown, so it doesn't taste fresh. And another thing that I think makes my guacamole special is the texture and the consistency. I like mine creamy, but yet still a little chunky, and I think that makes a difference. I have found my mix and chop is actually a great tool to get the right consistency. I can go around the bowl, bring back all that avocado and mash it up, and this is the texture I'm looking for. This is what I like. As well as everyone else I make it for, as the #1 requested dish. And if you try it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And that is our fresh filler. Next, we're going to do the 5th category that makes the whole appetizer spread come together, and that is a sweet bite. But for this one, we're going bite size because I found the cutest little tart shells at Walmart. So this is super easy to assemble. We're gonna make some lemon tarts. Now I like to make my own homemade whipped cream. You can use Cool Whip if you want. My homemade whipped cream is just 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Next, I'm gonna whip a 1/2 cup of the lemon curd. Now I got this off of Amazon. I had a hard time finding a good brand of lemon curd. Sometimes Aldi carries it, sometimes Walmart, but in a pinch, I found it on Amazon. I'll leave a link to it below in the description, so if you're looking for one and can't find it near you, this is a really good brand, worked out really well. So I'm gonna mix that with my hand mixer until it's nice and smooth, looks like this, and then I'm going to fold it into my whipped cream. Once I have that all folded in nice and smooth together, I'm gonna put this into my cookie press. You can do it into your piping bag, or if you just wanna put it in a plastic bag and snip off the end. And here are my mini tart shells. These are the ones I got from Walmart, 12 in a package. And they also have them in different flavor varieties. I'm going to take my whipped cream mixture with the lemon curd. I'm going to just put a dollop, a nice swirl into each of those. And this couldn't be easier. You just had to mix and then add, because the tarts are already done. So nice, bite size and perfect. To make it have a little garnish, I did add a fresh piece of lemon on top. And what I like about bite-sized desserts is I like to bring a two-tiered serving tray, and put them on there. It just displays nicer. I put a little sign for these lemon tarts, and I really like how it turned out. Other flavor options and varieties, you could serve the lemon but put blueberries on top. You can also do this if you find a mix that has lime. You could do this with lime curd. I had these key lime little instant mix here. You could do that as well. And aren't they so cute? And these lime ones are gonna go great at that grad party that has that taco theme. Themes are so easy, that's why I keep mentioning it. I also mention this in my entertaining method. I have that available for you. It also includes that 5-category appetizer formula. You can catch it on my website, daniellekeller.com/resources. You can also find a direct link to this free guide in the description. And be sure to share in the comments upcoming events you have going on and the appetizers you will be making. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.